Thursday, June the 18th, 2026, and today I'm out in Hertfordshire, not that far from where I live actually, but it takes as long to get here as it does to get to the South Downs. Absolutely amazing. It's about 20 miles, and because I have to go into London and out again, it takes nearly 2 hours, and it will take me 2.5 to get home, because this walk is from Wendover, which is on a different line and requires a different ticket, so you can't buy a day return here, something that will improve hopefully under the nationalised railway system. So there you go. Yeah, so I'm about to undertake book 1, walk 11, a walk I last did 16.5 years ago, and was filmed in 2 parts because that's the way YouTube allowed you to upload back then. You only could upload 10 minutes at a time. So how things have changed, eh? And today I'm doing a different variant of that walk. Whereas back then I did the whole walk, which is about 13 mile, today I'm doing as much as I can canal-side walking, which cuts out the hill walking up in Wendover Woods. So I'm going to be doing about 10.5, 11 I think. Bit of a grey day unfortunately, which wasn't forecast. Things have changed overnight. Must be the weather gods being disappointed with England's win last night, I'd guess. But anyway, enough of that nonsense. So yeah, I hope to take lunch in a church that's canal-side, hopefully, at Drayton Beauchamp, hopefully. This is a busy old rail line, which is why I keep having to stop recording. Freight as well as passengers. It's around 11:30, so yeah, it should be done by about 5:30 tops. Let's crack on and keep fingers crossed I don't get wet. It's quite mild today as well, around 20-21 degrees with a southwesterly breeze. So let's see what awaits. In fact, I know what awaits because I've walked it before, albeit some years ago. But let's see what's changed. And some inspiration has come for today's walk from watching the Canal Boat Diaries on You and Yesterday, that channel, which I find quite interesting. So let's see how this pans out. Us in the former Royal Hotel, now known as the Posting House, and I can't recall if it was a hotel when I last passed it or not. Just outside the station there. After just a few minutes walking, we now join the Grand Union Canal Walk, which lovely tree-lined walk I recall, very appropriate to a hot sunny day, which it should have been today, but there you go. Actually a footpath immediately off to the right, but that's not the one I'm taking. I shall be on this for a lot of today, which is also featured on the Albury Millennium Walk. Very tranquil thus far. Only passed one person with their dog. All good. Well, as usual at this time of molting season, it's just the chiff-chaffs, blackcaps and whitethroats really that's still singing. And believe it or not, I've just seen my first kingfisher of the day. Flash of blue. Very hard to get on camera though. So at the bridge 1 mile in at Marshcroft Lane, where we switch to the other bank or towpath, And you can see here how tree-lined this walk is at the moment. 56 miles to Braunston in the West Midlands. Interesting bracket fungus out already. Attached to a sycamore by the looks of it. So barges have now gone religious. The Grand Junction pub up there on my left. Lots of old warehouses stroke new flats on the right opposite the pub. First set of lock gates I've seen today. Take this shortcut here, bypassing the reservoirs ahead to Wendover by the toll house. Bourne dry dock. Coming through. Large waiting area here. First of the reservoirs passed today, Marsworth. It was a bit different when I was last here, cold and windy. The pub there, the Angler's Retreat, open all day. I've just come away from the canal now, walking around the top of Marsworth Reservoir. I'll get away from the gangs of Canal and Riverside Trust workers, or volunteers, whatever they are, as they've been following me for a good couple of miles already. They're out on a works do. Swans and some, what are they over there? Possibly young cormorants, making use of the man-made rafts. Hills in the background there, that features, I do believe, on the Tring circular, which I did not so long back. Well, when I say not so long back, I think it was during COVID 4 years ago, or just after COVID. These reservoirs were built for the water supply of the Grand Union. Plenty of Canada's about as well. Coming off the main walk now, which would go that way through that gate towards Willstone Reservoir. I filmed that on the previous occasion, but today I'm continuing straight on here to rejoin the old dry canal now, I believe it is, the Outer Aylesbury Ring footpath. The Ken Jackson hide here, 1994. Young bullocks doing the right thing. This one likes the look of me, I think. There you go, we'll soon be joining the Outer Aylesbury Ring. Or we are on it actually. Now into rape fields. Surrounding countryside. As I continue towards the disused canal, the Leaky Canal, as it was known. And here you can see the bed of the former canal. yeah, hopefully that'll get restored, just to link things up and improve the water supply round about, because that's what canals also have the possible use of doing. Certainly looks like some restoration has been attempted at some point. And over on my right, you just make out Wilston Reservoir. We went around Tringford Reservoir, but there's Wilston, which if you do the full walk round the top of it, adds about another kilometre to the walk. Information panel here about the Wendover Arm, as it's known. 7.65k to Wendover, so just over 4 miles. Search online for further information. Interesting collection of plaques here. People have supported the work, I guess. An information panel behind me tells me that this is the original pumping station here. The old chiff chaff in the background. Depth gauge there. And there's the information panel. Further view of Wilston Reservoir. Seats on this disused canal bank, but I'm holding out for the church at Drayton Beauchamp. 4 memorials here, or plaques, one of which I recognise there, David Suchet. And as you can see, we now get water, so this section onwards has shallow water. Absolutely hundreds of the electric blue common dragonflies about. They were highlighted on John Craven last Sunday when he was in the Cotswolds. You may have seen that. Interesting shaped bridge. Just outside Drayton Beauchamp now. Weather's improved. Lovely oxides here. So up this flight of steps, and it should take me to the church. There she blows. There is one seat over there, but let me just have a look for a better position. Interesting, there's a loo there, but it's locked. Well, there's another seat, might work better. St Mary the Virgin. There's also a seat in the storm porch. The church door is locked, so we won't be able to get in. and as you'd likely expect with an exposed entrance, that looks like a swallow's nest. Not in use this year though. So having weighed things up, I think I will use the original one after all, in memory of Edna Ullman. God rest her soul. Had a good innings. (20 to 2), lunch is served, and this is 5 mile exactly into the walk, which is excellent because that's about halfway, I believe. Okay, 2:30, extended lunch today, making the most of this very tranquil location, albeit that I am noticing some jet noise now and traffic noise from the nearby A41, which I go under shortly. Now, whilst having my lunch, I noticed up there underneath that weather vane a pair of sparrowhawks have got a nest. Amazing, isn't it, really, what you notice when you're not really looking out for it. So yeah, chicks up there as well I can hear. So it's a bit like spring watch this, albeit that that's finished now. And of course, today's the 18th of June and we're only 3 days away from the longest day. So this is my last walk of the longest period of the summer. Next week it's downhill again. What a prospect. 2 minutes per day. Good grief, it's soon be Christmas. Just hope Starmer's not in power by then. Anyway, politics aside, let's get cracking. So here's the church from the front. Decent little place. Shame we can't get in, really. Only open on the weekend, by all accounts. So as you can see, St Mary's is a 15th century church. Under the A41, opened in 2003, this bridge. And also, interestingly, this Saxon princess. 2001, must have been when they were building it, I guess. And ahead of me I can hear what sounds like a reed bunting. Bunting or warbler. I'll have to check that when I get home because I can't get the internet here to use my app. I think that's a bunting. Amazing. Wonderful. So close to the A41 as well. So over there, running alongside the A41, is a footpath that takes you up to Aston Clinton for the suggested lunchtime pub stop at the Oak. But although I did that 16.5 years ago, I'm not doing it today because I don't need to. I don't need to film the pubs like I used to because we have the internet. Back then we didn't, and I used to go and film the pubs so that people knew what they were getting into. But as I say, thanks to Google and other search engines, you can do that yourself now. So that's the Oak at Aston Clinton. I'm continuing alongside the disused canal here, and we'll rejoin the main walk pretty soon, I believe. Well, that sign's dated 11 August 18. Unbelievable, eh? We've had a whole heap of world issues going on since then. There you go, the Wendover Canal. We're on the edge of Aston Clinton here. 4.8k now to Wendover. This is Wellowhead Bridge here. Heard a map. There's another very pleasant and cool section. It's quite oppressive out in the clear skies. Very balmy. Now a section called the Cobbler's Pits. Google that if you wish to learn more. Strange looking remnants here. And a more up-to-date information panel nearby, provided by the Chiltern Society. So as you can see in the distance, we are quite a height here. In fact, today's lowest point is 299 feet, with a high point of nearly 900 if you were to go up into Wendover Woods, which obviously I'm not. But this being the Chilterns, yeah, the initial starting height is quite high as well. Wonderful walking this. Chiff chaffs everywhere. And it's just a shame I'm at the back end of the cuckoo season, because I'm pretty sure I'd have heard one down this way. Ideal terrain for them. No issue with the paths today, of course. Bone dry. Odd little pocket of puddle, but no problems otherwise. Passing under Hare Lane Bridge here. Walking alongside the grounds of Halton, H-A-L-T-O-N, Halton House, which you can Google for further information. Seems I've got a fly on my lens. So that section of pines walking alongside the canal was particularly uplifting. The chi coming off those trees, really good. And the walking alongside the water in this oppressive heat, although there is a nice breeze as well. But yeah, definitely the right choice of path today. Better than doing the more exposed version. Yeah, Halton House used to be owned by the Rothschilds, I think it was, and is now a Ministry of Defence premises. I forgot to add at Hare Lane Bridge back there that that's where the main walk now rejoins the walk I'm doing. So I'm back on the main path now, GPX track, which is what I'm using today. Now I've seen a lot of no fishing signs, but no fish, other than a handful of sticklebacks, nothing else. So I don't know what people are fishing for, or they've fished it all out, I don't know. So there you go, I mentioned the Rothschilds a little while back, and this is their bridge actually that I've just walked under. Access to Halton House. Alright, the storm of 87, which I remember well. So there it is, with the family crest. What chance have you got against a tie and a crest? Yours for 10? So there you go, there's the little pockets that I mentioned, and they're mainly down to cyclists actually. I wish they'd reintroduce the permits on these towpaths, but once again, as with everything else in this country, people are scared to enforce. That's the problem with society at the moment, no enforcement. So here we are on the edge of Halton, or Holton. Information panel here about Holton's heritage and the RAF being at Holton House. Very nice, and I have seen one today, just the one. So we've now entered a section where this local authority, possibly Wendover, I'm not sure, have decimated the verges. Completely unnecessary. I really wish there was a national policy on this and it wasn't left to local authorities. And the national policy had some common sense and said don't destroy the verges, because that's where a lot of the wildlife lives. Absolutely shocking. It's noticeable as well where the verges are cut. I've noticed this along the walk. Less dragonflies, demoiselles and boaters. Not boaters, I meant hawkers. Plenty of blackbirds on this route as well. Wonderful. Less song thrush, mind you, who's usually around at this time of day. Oh, now at a point called the Grand Union Canal Triangle. Interesting. And that must be a bit of blue-green algae that decimates everything underneath it. Glorious. Lovely jay over there. Not often you get a shot of them. Very shy critters. Looks like a mandarin there and it's injured. Wonderful. Nice swan's nest there. As usual, I always get these mixed up. Is it a Buick? Information panel here about the wildlife, including the mandarins, which I've just filmed. There you go, this used to be the mill pond. The Wides. Oliver's Bridge replaced a railway bridge apparently. Took timber for trench props from Wendover Woods to the World War I front lines in France and Belgium. Oh, there you go. Amazing, eh? Let's have a look at the little bridge. What's left of it is now a footpath. Oliver's army are on their way. There's a bonus one for you. There's another mandarin, so that makes two, or 1.5, seeing as the other one was injured. Yeah, they're often found near mallards, apparently. Could be the other one got injured by a mallard. It's at this time of year that the male or the drakes lose their colourings, and it's difficult to tell males from females in mallards. Just for a couple of months. So I'm guessing the water supply for this branch comes from Western Turville Reservoir. Don't know that for certain though. So back in urban Wendover now. So this is one of the recommended tea time stops. Rums's ice cream. Sounds very appealing. Still open as well. Passing the Shoulder of Mutton pub, which is very close to the station. Possible tea time stop. So here we are back at Wendover, just under 10 miles, 3 hours and 40 minutes. Decent walk that, very good, very suitable.
This station is...
So yeah, before I was rudely interrupted, very good walk that, very appropriate to today's weather conditions, sultry, because there was lots of water obviously being a canal-side walk, and lots of tree cover, fantastic. That may well be the longest canal-side walk I've done, because I made it that way today, all canal, not up into the woods, and it worked well. Paths were brilliant. Doesn't look like it's changed much in 16 and a half years. Didn't notice lots of development obviously because I was down by the canal side. I'm sure it's going on, mind you. So fingers crossed for a Burnham thrashing tonight, but I'm not that optimistic. Just don't want him getting into power. So until the next time, that was book 1, walk 11, new variant completed.